Hello, and today I'm going to be talking to you about signs and barriers in relation to electric and hybrid vehicles, the importance of them and why they are necessary to help prevent any accidents happening and occurring whilst working on electric and hybrid vehicles. So today, as you can see behind me, we have our hybrid Prius set up ready to be able to work on it. We have arranged our barriers around the outside of the vehicle, attached our high voltage signs on there, and also our safety signs on the vehicle, which also have the technician's name on them. So today they have my name on there, and that's Sarah, so that for any reason, if anyone needed to move this vehicle, they would need to come and talk to me before so that I could make it safe for them to move it, or maybe have to think of an alternate way of going around the situation if it was too timely and unsafe to make safe or move the vehicle. So when working on electric and hybrid vehicles, one of the most important things is the key for the vehicle. So as you can see, we have a safety sign on the key as well, which indicates to anyone that may go to move the vehicle that it's being worked on and that there is a high possibility of electrocution. So the key needs to be 3 to 5 meters away from the vehicle in case the engine or system starts up again and can cause the batteries and capacitors to start charging, which then will make the car unsafe to work on, increases the risk of getting an electric shock, which could become fatal. So before we start on our electric vehicle or hybrid, we need to make sure that we have the appropriate safety equipment close by for when we need it, or hopefully don't need it in some cases. So we have our insulated gloves to hand, ready to work on the vehicle, and these will help prevent us from getting a shock from the vehicle, which potentially will save your life. And then we have our insulated up to 1,000 volts pole, which we hope never to have to use in the event of if someone is being given a fatal shock, that we can maneuver them from it to safety and hopefully save their lives. But like I said, hopefully we will never have to use this. It's just here as a precaution. So as you can see, we have our barriers set up. For safety reasons, we have these weighted so they can't fall over. Normally with barriers like this, you would put water in them, but due to us using them around an electric and hybrid vehicle, obviously water and electrics don't mix. So we have actually filled these with sand to prevent any further chances for electrocution to take place. As well as them being filled with sand for safety reasons, the great part of these is their colouring. This helps to give a visual aid to anyone who might enter the workshop, for them to be able to realise that something is potentially dangerous within the barriers, and that they should try and stay away from them to prevent any accidents happening. Around the barriers, we have these high voltage signs. They're on all 4 sides of the barriers as another visual aid for anyone entering the workshop and potentially near the electric or hybrid vehicle. These are another stark reminder that inside the barriers is potentially a very dangerous situation where you could be electrocuted. So this is a industry standard sign. So anyone within the industry, as well as other industries, will recognise that this is an area of high voltage and that it should be approached with caution. For example, the hybrid behind me can be between 100 and 300 volts, and an electric vehicle can be up to 500 volts. The barriers need to be a reasonable distance from the vehicle. We would say a minimum of about 1 metre, so that you can safely walk around the vehicle whilst it could potentially be charged, to give you a safe distance from having any accidents. So on all 4 sides of the vehicle we have this safety warning, which is another deterrent for anyone entering the workshop to know that this vehicle is being worked on, who it's being worked on by, and if they need to, for any reason, move the vehicle or get to the vehicle, that they should come and see the technician named on the poster before they enter the area, and then we can discuss a reasoning behind it and make sure that there isn't any other options before we have to disrupt the vehicle. So we have a symbol in the middle which indicates that the vehicle could potentially not be disconnected, which could result in electrocution. We have this symbol here, which is a danger of death electrocution symbol, which again, relating to the middle symbol, if the vehicle was live, this is a very high possibility for anyone who doesn't know what they're touching. And then we have the same sign as earlier, which is a high voltage sign to indicate that you are working around potentially high voltage, which again could cause the electrocution side of it. Another sign that we have to hand around our vehicle is our safety procedure for disabling our electric and hybrid vehicles. So these are the 7 steps for an electric or hybrid vehicle to be safely disconnected, ready so that you can work on it without the danger of electrocution. This was also shown in a previous video in more detail, which you can find. So when working on electric and hybrid vehicles, this shouldn't be done alone, because if you were to get into a situation where you could get electrocuted, you would need a second person to come and rescue you from it. Going back to our pole earlier, so they could grab the pole and take you out of the situation. That person will also need to know the safety measures in place to help safely remove you from the situation, so that they don't put themselves in danger as well as you are. So there is a quick guide on how signs and barriers around an electric and hybrid vehicle are important and why they should be used every time you are going to work on a system with such high voltage. So thank you for watching.